All right, guys, how's it going? Well, as you can see, I'm not in my usual environment. I'm in Scarbados on the Costa del Yorkshire, Scarborough, North Yorkshire, in England. I'm over here for a family wedding. I go back to Spain tomorrow, all being well. If you want to know more about all of that and what else has been going on today, I've uploaded some videos to my Duncan Oldham channel. The link to that channel is in the video description and it will pop up on the end of this video. Excuse me. That's them sausage rolls cropping up. You don't get decent sausage rolls in Spain, so I might have taken advantage of the bakery that's round the corner. No surprises there. I've been kicked back today. I've been looking at the Spanish football dailies as I keep an eye on them for you every day, even when I'm over here. And I just wanted to touch base with you. There was nothing considerable in the 4 editions today that I checked for you. But there was a mention of Rodrygo at Real Madrid. And what I want to just convey to you without reading any articles to you, it was actually, I think it was like a 2-page spread, maybe in Marca, which is the Madrid publication, based in Madrid, Real Madrid, pro-Real Madrid sort of thing. And they were talking about some of the problems they have in the players they need to move out, and Rodrygo was listed. So it was like, like a paragraph section sort of thing. Detail to him. I'm not going to read it all to you, but basically the message was, and I thought it was important enough to make this video for you, was that he wants to stay there. That's what he is claiming, if you like, or his agent. Well, his agent's situation's a little bit complicated, but the message basically being given by his camp is he doesn't want to move, which you might be interested to know about that if you're hoping that Liverpool are going to go all in for him. The Twitter twats, the content aggregators want you to believe that Liverpool have gone all in for him. I don't believe that. You know that I've continually said I'm not sure about that. I think Liverpool are very interested in him. I believe that. But I don't see Liverpool going all in and paying 100 million euros for him or something like that. I think if a deal could be had at a much lower price, then that's what Liverpool would call opportunistic, which is what we hear quite a bit from the Liverpool clique of journalists. So I think that's the only way it would happen, and it would also be dependent on Luis Diaz, who is going to go to Bayern Munich. I'd be very surprised if that doesn't happen. And also what happens with Darwin Núñez. So the Rodrygo one, to be honest with you, I actually think it would be easier to sign Isak. I can see Liverpool being more likely to sign him than Rodrygo, because Liverpool will go all in for Isak if they can make it happen. Whereas with Rodrygo, I don't think so. Anyway, so there was a couple of things that were mentioned. One was that Rodrygo wants to stay there. Not sure that that necessarily is true, because players, some people say, why is it such and such Isak not handed in a transfer request, or Diaz, or whatever. When you hand in transfer requests, written transfer requests, you're waiving, a lot of things, right? So you always want to make it look like you don't want to be sold, right? So even if Rodrygo's thinking, yeah, I'd go to Premier League, I'd go to Liverpool, I'd go to Arsenal or whatever, you don't really want to be telling him that. You play, that's the same thing if you think about when a club goes, no, he's not for sale, but really they are. So I'm not sure I'd pay too much attention to that, but still, that's what's been reported, that Rodrygo wants to stay at Real Madrid. And the other thing was that Real Madrid think they can get a minimum of 100 million euros. And that's a change in reporting, because it's always been, they think they can get 100 million euros. And some reports have suggested, from Madrid as well, that it may be 80, 90, come down a bit. But now it seems to have gone more like, oh, no, at least 100 million euros. And you do pay attention to what Marca says about Real Madrid, because Marca is traditionally known as Real Madrid's mouthpiece, for destabilizing clubs, other clubs and players, getting in their heads and shit like that. And many people say that Marca is actually Florentino Perez. He writes the articles for Marca. Some div commented on here recently, what, you think he writes the No. What that means is they're saying that he can literally put what he wants in that paper because of the connection to that club, to destabilize. Do you know what I mean? Someone thought that he had... Can you believe it? This is the shit I have to put up with, guys, sometimes. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know what was being said in Madrid regarding Rodrygo. All right, no mentions whatsoever of Konate today or McAllister. All right, but I think we'll see Konate mentioned this week. McAllister, I think with McAllister, I think that's something we're going to see after the window's closed. I think we're going to see that as a rumour throughout next season. But I've been saying that for the best part of 6 months, all right? And it has cropped up a few times. But every time they mention Alexis McAllister, it's always he is one of a number of options being considered at Valdebebas, and that Liverpool wouldn't want to sell and he would be astronomically priced. All right, I'll leave it with you guys. Hope you're all having a great weekend, or as Brendan Rodgers would say, fantastic weekend. All right, if you enjoyed this video, if you found it remotely interesting, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment. If you want to support my channel and get me a beer or a coffee, there's a love heart under the video. And if it's not there, there's no excuses. There's links in the video description. All right, guys, take it easy. Don't forget, I have uploaded videos to Duncan Oldham. The channel's link is in the video description, and it's probably on the screen about now. All right, take care, and I hopefully we'll speak to you real soon.